Hey YouTube, you're not seeing anything. You are seeing another black and white 2 match. I'm going to try to put these out more often. So here is Coopah. Coopah from the Smoking Wi-Fi Battler, like King Coopah. Like, but with a C, not with a K. With a C. Yeah, but with a C. So as you can see, it's a Sandstorm team. I hate Sandstorm teams. Sandstorm teams are just stupid. But whatever. I'm kind of most of his Pokemon are weak to fighting and fire. So my Dragonite, I need my Dragonite, I need my Breloom around. Basically, the only checks that I can use my Ditto on are for that Dragonite and Landorus, but that's why I'm gonna keep it. He's a Weaver's Tyranitar. I'm going to leave off with my Ferrothorn. Well, Ferrothorn is the best to lead off with. He's going to get out of there. I thought he was Scarfed. I thought he was just Stealth Rocks, but he's not. I go for the T-Wave. It's getting Fortress. Doesn't really help me in the long run because Fortress is a god-awful slowpoke anyway. So, yeah. So when he does this, when he does a Volt Switch, I thought Iron Barbs actually affect what Volt Switch is because technically you're contacting Ferrothorn, but I guess mechanics doesn't work like that. He's gonna go into the Skarmory. I hate Skarmories. I hate Blissey's. I hate those walls. I think they're dumb. But Skarmory is going to lay down some spikes. I'm like, okay, spikes is kind of annoying, but whatever. I'm gonna go leech. I'm gonna leech teeth him just so I can get some residual damage off because even T-waving Skarmory is probably not going to help me except for the paralyzing hacks. So, so that's the only thing I'm afraid of. Other than that, I'm only really afraid of him just stalling me out and everything. But since I'm Steel type, Sandstorm doesn't affect Ferrothorn. So I'm gonna go into my my Dragonite, knowing that he's probably gonna roll in whenever I come out with anyway. So why not just go into Dragonite? He whirlwinds me into my Rotom. Now, Rotom has a good electric type stab move. He has this. He doesn't know this, but my Rotom's specs and not scarfed. So whatever he does, he's going to hurt whatever comes in anyway. So he's gonna bring his Tyranitar, and his Tyranitar is not going to like a Choice Specs Volt Switch in the face. So me here thinking, I don't want this game to drag out because Sandstorm is going to be kicking a lot of my Pokemon's ass. So I'm bringing my Breloom, my Tech Breloom, and he probably is not going to want to stay in on a Breloom. Since I have Mach Punch, and he knows that it's not toxic, it's not a toxic orb, it's probably a life orb. So he's not gonna stay in. So I'm gonna go for the Spore so I can start sending up. What I should have done was set up a Swords Dance, then a Spore. No, sorry, yeah, the Spore. Like he wasn't gonna stay in. What I should have done was set up a Swords Dance, Spored him because I'm pretty sure Breloom is faster than Skarmory anyway. And then Mach Punched because I would have been up to +4, and Mach Punch was going to be wrecking whatever was going to come out, unless he had a Pokemon that could outspeed a Mach Punch somehow. But I don't know if you can do that. So I'm gonna Mach Punch him, hoping that it's going to kill, but it's not. I was hoping he was gonna stay asleep so I can't kill him off with another Mach Punch, but nothing. He's gonna Brave Bird me, and it's going to hurt hard. I was hoping that Brave Bird was going to take him out with the recoil damage, but it's not. So there's still a Skarmory still alive. So I'm gonna go into the most obvious choice here. I gotta go into my Dragonite because he's not affected by Stealth Rocks. I'm going to Fire Punch him, and Fire Punching from that range should be able to do it, and it does. The Sandstorm is going to be kicking my ass though because it's going to knock my multi-skill off. So I'm afraid that this guy is choiced in some way. So I'm going to bring in. I know he's probably going to go Hidden Power Fire or Stone Edge, but so I'm going to go into my my Tentacruel thinking, okay, he could take Hidden Power Ice with no problem because I'm pretty sure that's what his Landorus is going to come do. So he's going to Hidden Power me, and I'm like, okay, good. He should be locked onto Hidden Power, thinking that most Landoruses are Choice Spectre Life Orb. I didn't see a Life Orb, I didn't see a Lefties, so I'm assuming that he's choiced. Wrong. He's going to Earthquake my face off, and those Toxic Spikes are going to stay there forever. And I mean those the regular spikes, and I'm like, oh my Jesus, like this is my life. So I'm gonna go into my Ditto. Awesome Ditto, most awesomest Pokemon now ever. I love using him now. I gotta go see if they're gonna use him in that tournament. If he's gonna be allowed, I think he should be because he's released anyway. So we go into his fortress. I'm going to go Hidden Power. I should have known that when you transform, you don't copy IVs. You don't copy. You don't copy the hidden powers. You only copy their stats. And I should have known this because I had a fight with Robot and Get Sexy. We had a battle before, and his Mew transformed into one of my Pokemons that had a hidden power, and it wasn't the same hidden power. Oh, he transformed into a Magazone. There you go. It was a Magazone, and he thought it was going to be a hidden power Fire, and it wasn't because I was resisted the hit. So yeah, it was pretty gay. So I should have seen. I should have seen what was coming up. I'm gonna. He has paralyzed hacks. I'm gonna come in here. I I'm gonna outrage, and well, no, I'm not gonna outrage. I'm gonna Dragon Dance first because I know the switch is gonna come. He doesn't want to take a Fire Punch by my Dragonite anyway. And stupid. I wish I would have brought another Pokemon to combat this weather because I like the most hardest thing to do for me is to combat weather where I don't have a weather, but whatever. So Sandstorm's gonna be hurting me. I'm gonna Dragon Dance and then outrage him. Rotom doesn't really have that much good defenses. It's just a bulky Pokemon. You know, it's one of those bulky water types, and since it has water and electric, it has a pretty good typing. So I'm gonna do that. He brings out his fortress because I'm locked into outrage. I'm hoping that's only a 2-turn outrage because he's gonna wall it, but it does quite a lot actually. I was actually very surprised, but it is a 2-turn outrage. Now, knowing that I have Lumberry now, I should have expected him to come out again, but I thought he was going to stay in since he knew that, well, he knew that I had a Fire Punch. What I thought I was going to do is I thought he was going to fodder it off at least because his Fortress isn't really going to be doing much anyway. This is the second time he got Parahacks. I thought he would just like get rid of it finally. But he actually does. He makes a smart play and he goes into his Dragonite. If I would have just outraged on this turn, I probably would have won the match in a clean sweep, but I didn't. I Fire Punched going into the safe switch, the safe move because I thought he was going to stay in with his Fortress. Doesn't do anything, and now I know I can beat his. I know I can beat his Dragonite because I'm faster than him. I just think, okay, why would he bring it in? Then he shows me he has the extreme speed, and I'm like, okay. So I think his Dragonite is choice banded then, because that extreme speed did a lot, but it critted me. So I was like, ugh, this is ridiculous. But as you can learn later, it's not choice at all. The crit really mattered and it hurt me a lot. So I'm gonna bring in my, my Ditto so I can have Dragonite number 2 on my team. And Dragonite number 2 is just scarfed. So he's going to. I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna outrage anything that comes in because I need things dead. So I'll go in. I outrage his Tyranitar. His Tyranitar dies, and I'm like, okay, good. I'm not losing this match yet. I kind of figured that when I lost my first Dragonite, I thought I was gonna die. But as soon as he came in with his Tyranitar, I was like, okay, good. He's just throwing pokes out at me right now because he knows that he can't take on Dragonite by himself. So I'm gonna get the 2-turn outrage. I kind of wanted 3 turns this time, but whatever. He finally gets the rapid spin off after being paralyzed hacked so much. I was hoping for a 3-turn outrage so I can finally kill off his Fortress, but doesn't work out that way. So we're gonna go. He's gonna get leftovers, and I'm like, okay, I don't want him to like reduce all this stuff, but I can't do anything right now to him because I don't want to hurt myself. So I'm gonna bring out my Ferrothorn, and I'm just gonna. I was hoping, yeah, he was gonna. I think he was gonna Gyro Ball me or at least Volt Switch on me, but you got the Paralyze hacks again. So I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed and. Yeah, I missed the Leech Seed. I did not notice that when I missed the Leech Seed. So he's going to Volt Switch out, and I'm like, okay, why is he not taking damage from my Iron Barbs? This is stupid. Iron Barb should be hurting him, but it's not. So he's going to go into his Dragonite. I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't want it to, I don't want anything to take a hit from this thing because it's stupid. It's Dragonite is a really good Pokemon, especially in the late game battle. Like he just sweeps everything, and he has Stealth Rocks on my team, but whatever. He gets hit by Iron Barbs, and he gets hit by the Rocky Helmet. One of the best times I'm really happy that Rocky Helmet has saved my life. So all that residual damage takes out his Dragonite. I did not have to do one thing. So happy. So he's gonna come out with his Landorus. I'm gonna come out with my General Electric. We're down to 2 Pokemon both. And I'm like, okay, I can still do this. So he's gonna sell, but I'm like, ugh. I went for the Hydro Pump. I should not have went for the Hydro Pump. I have Hidden Power. I didn't think Hidden Power was gonna take him out, but I should have just went with my gut instinct. So I'm going to Hydro Pump him, and he's going to go for Smackdown. I think he thought Smackdown was going to take off his Levitate, but I don't think it works like that. So I'm going to Hydro Pump him. It's super effective, and I'm like, okay, good. He has no thing. But knowing that he's going to do an Earthquake next, thinking that I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna use this to his advantage. I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna put in my Ditto because Landorus can't be affected by Earthquake. So I'm like, okay, good. Now I want to know what set with his HP. This is again where I finally figure out that Hidden Power does not transfer over. So I should have went for Smackdown, I think, but I don't know if it was gonna do the same amount. So doesn't do a Drax thing. It hit for neutral damage, I guess, which would probably be a Dark type if you have 31 IVs and everything. But it doesn't do anything. He kills me off, and I'm like, I have no more. I have General Electric, knowing he doesn't know. I guess he thinks that he can still hit me with Earthquake without the Levitate ability. And I was like, yes, he doesn't hit me. I hit him, Power Ice him, and then basically that is the game because this is a choice This is a choice Specs Rotom, and the range that his Fortress is out is not. He's not going to be able to take a Hidden Power Ice, a Choice Specs Hidden Power Ice from it, even though it was resistant or not. So it was a good game, Coopah. I'm really happy that I won. Yeah, I'm really happy. Comment, like, subscribe on my video, and I want to get some more battles. If you want to battle me, hit me up on Skype. Later, guys.